Hello and welcome back to another Pixel Street video. Today we're going to be doing an analysis video here on all of the new Halo Infinite stuff that we saw at the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase, I think is what they called it.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some new Halo news. Unfortunately, no release date, which is real weird that they wouldn't announce that yet. Especially considering they delayed it over a year.
You're right.
So, yeah, we're just going to
I mean,
go
I've got
through...
my speculations on when they're going to release it, but until there's a definitive date on screen somewhere, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, I mean... So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go through what we saw today, which the first thing was like a little... It was like a little campaign cinematic, kind of, right? Is that what you would call that?
Yeah, it was more or less another stitched together trailer. It was from everything that I've heard about how they're doing the cinematics, kind of like 1917, where everything is supposed to be like one take and there's no cuts, and there were multiple cuts in there. So that leads me to believe they stitched some of it together. So who knows if those clips were actually back to back. So it could have just been put together like as a trailer, but
And hey, everybody. For us,
yeah, let's
and I hope many of you,
start it going.
Halo has always
Sure.
been about heroism and wonder.
I
About
honestly,
fighting
I
to
was
keep
really
humanity
hoping that they were
safe
gonna
against
do something similar to what they
odds
did in the
a
last
beautiful and mysterious
E3.
sci-fi world.
yeah,
This
I-
is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most
see, I
wide
loved
open
this right here.
environment
This got
we've ever
me
built.
extremely hyped. Now, granted, it said at the bottom this is running in engine. It doesn't say what hardware it's running.
Yeah, it could be on like a top of the line PC.
Right, running a 3090 or something.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
this
Built.
even
And
still
we can't
looks
wait
way
for
better
you to explore it.
visually than what was showed last July.
Yeah, completely agree. There's not as much of that hexagonal shape. There is still some in the background in some areas, but it's
I
not
think
as
Of Halo
forefront as
is
it was
Spartan
last year.
117,
Yeah.
the Master Chief.
See, I think they were
In the next chapter
showing
of the Chief's
a
story,
very
he'll face his
specific
greatest challenge
spot
yet.
of the campaign last
But
year, which just
you're
happened
not
to
alone
have
in the fight.
a lot of those hexagons, which I was not a fan of. It's possible they may have toned it down a little.
Yeah, so I mean, graphically, this looks fucking amazing.
Yes,
Like,
very,
No doubt about
very
that.
well polished.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you.
And then of
See,
course,
I loved
as soon as
that.
he shot that, everybody was like, "Well, he just shot his one bullet."
Right. Like he realistically, he only needs his fists,
True.
but he'll find ammo along the way.
I need you to understand. There's not much time.
This definitely kind of hints at what the story's going to be about, right? Like,
Kind of.
I mean, I feel like the past two Halo games have been like, find Cortana, and that
Right,
kind of
it's-
seems like what this is going to be.
I think they originally intended it to be more about humanity becoming the true reclaimers of the Forerunner technology, but it's really evolved into the back and forth relationship of Chief and
She's been
Cortana.
deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion.
No, I mean, this is pretty boring watching us
So if
watch
it
this, but
wasn't
I'm
you-
sure the multiplayer stuff, there's a lot more to pause and
Okay, then.
Oh, yeah.
analyze than this. This is
I
more-
was telling
Something else.
Hannah this earlier. Like,
Unsuccessful
let's take a
deployment,
minute and actually
my deletion
appreciate
routine
the
was supposed to
range of
complete.
acting that Jen Taylor has, going
Still
from
there?
regular Cortana
Yeah.
to Halsey to this new upbeat,
Good.
younger sounding
Something stopped your
Cortana,
deletion.
or
We need to find
mimic
out why.
Cortana.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
God, that looks great.
Yeah, it does. So is this going to be their way of like Chief essentially breaking up with Cortana and then going on with this new AI? You know what I mean?
I think there was a big part of that dynamic missing in Halo 5, because in Halo 4 we at least still had Cortana. Granted, she was dying from rampancy, but in Halo 5 we really didn't have that voice in your head kind of being your narrator essentially. So I think this
Yeah.
is their way of bringing in that voice without without it actually still being Cortana. Be like, oh, by the way, I'm good now.
Yeah, exactly. So
Uh,
that's why I think at the end of Infinite, my theory, Cortana's like gone for good at the end of the game. Like I think Chief realizes she needs to go because like whether she's toxic or she's corrupted, you know what I mean?
mhm.
Um,
I mean, there's so many different ways that particular part of the story can go. I think you're right though that the Cortana that we know that touched the domain in Halo 5 and became a Forerunner Reclaimer God status, controlling all the Guardians. I think that Cortana is going to end, and there's going to be some sort of very emotional cinematic around that part. That's
oh yeah,
my
for sure.
prediction.
For sure.
Um,
You're essentially
but
killing a main character of the series if that's what's
exactly.
happening.
But there's so many different theories running around because in Halo 4 she split herself to stop the Didact ship.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of theories that there are fragments of her still out there inside Forerunner tech somewhere. I have no clue how they're going to wrap all that in together.
Yeah. Well, aside from that very, very short cinematic, we did get a whole lot of multiplayer reveal here.
Yes.
So first and foremost, you see somebody sliding, right? That's the very
Yep.
first thing you see. So
Advanced movement confirmed.
yeah. So I mean, it looks very similar to the Halo 5 multiplayer, more or less, right? I mean, we don't know anything. I'm sure tomorrow that whatever they're showing the multiplayer overview.
I think they're
is what
gonna
it's
they're
called.
gonna break it down a little bit more. Maybe talk a little bit more about the sandbox itself, because there was a lot in this trailer that I had to pause and just think about, like what did I just see? And it's very equipment heavy,
Yeah.
like
So,
Halo 3 on steroids almost.
Yeah. So let's just start going through it. If you see
Sure.
something you want to pause on, just let me know. So I thought this was cool. They're kind of putting a story to the multiplayer in a way.
Kind of like how they did in Halo 4. They was like their training for the Spartan 4s.
Right here, this shot, this was
Yes.
awesome.
So this
This is big team. It's got to be.
yep, this is well they teased Big Team 2.0, and I'm wondering if what all we're watching is
It's
from
12v12.
that.
12v12.
But this specific structure looks a hell of a lot like the towers or the bases in
Yep.
Valhalla.
Exactly. This looks like a remake of that map.
Yep.
But yeah, they confirmed 24 player maps, so 12v12,
Oh.
big team battle.
Oh, I am excited.
Yeah. So I'm
We
assuming
got a
that's
rocket hog.
Yes, rocket hog down there in the corner. Got a ghost.
Banished Ghost and Banished Chopper, and then those flying ones. What are those? Those were the ones in Halo 5, right?
I don't know what those are. I don't think those are those ones from Halo 5. From Warzone, you mean? In Halo 5?
Yeah,
I don't
the
think
ones
these
I
are
never got a
those.
card for, so never got to actually fly.
These look like new vehicles, honestly.
I'm trying to
Like-
remember back to like some of the weird vehicles we had and used in like Halo Wars, because I'm wondering if they're gonna bring in some of those.
Yeah, I don't know. But let's continue here.
Oh, that pre-rendered cutscene though. So this was one of the maps they showed screenshots of in one of the
Yeah. Right
Inside
here,
Infinite
this
updates.
scene, man.
Yes.
The grappling hook to the ceiling makes me wonder, do you think every player's gonna have a grappling hook, or do you think it's gonna be like a class option or something?
I could have swore they said it was going to be like equipment that you can pick up on the map somewhere, but I mean the amount of times they showed it, they make it look like
Yeah.
it could be something that everybody has. Now, who knows exactly what game mode we're actually watching here? It could be a custom game where everybody has a grapple
Yeah,
hook.
that's true. I mean,
Hard to
honestly,
say.
it could be like, cause like that's such a huge tool to have. I could
Yeah.
see them saying you can choose either this or start with 2 grenades. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Because
Oh,
that's,
like mixing equipment with loadouts.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
K-
Yeah,
kinda
that could
kind
be
of like
interesting.
how the Reach multiplayer had the abilities in a way.
Yeah. They had the abilities with the different starting weapons and grenade count at
Yep.
the well, depending on if you're doing like invasion or whatever. But yeah, I can see them doing that.
Let's continue to see what else we see. Of course, in melee.
I love the original announcers back like always, and he's got some
Yep.
new phrases. The forerunner. I don't know if that was a forerunner weapon that dude had.
The one that shot.
Yeah, where it bounced off and he said ricochet shot or bank shot or something.
Yeah.
That.
It says bank shot.
Bank shot, yeah. But he plays similar to how some of the stuff from Halo 4.
So yeah, worth noting, Grav Hammer is back,
Yes.
which is great. The Grav Hammer is a great
Oh.
weapon.
Something I'm just now seeing. Now I just
What's
could be blind to the previous updates. That Spartan had camo armor.
This right here.
Well, on his arm.
Oh,
like,
yeah. I see
yeah,
it right here.
he's got camouflage skin.
I mean, it's going free to play, right? The multiplayer.
Yeah.
So I
So
imagine
they're
there's
gonna
gonna
have-
be a battle pass. There's gonna be skins you could buy in a store. I'm sure.
yeah,
Kind of like the
there's-
Fortnite route.
right.
It's gonna
I
have
can see him
all that
definitely doing
stuff.
that. Yeah.
But the more interesting thing I found is earlier in the trailer, like right at the beginning here, we're at 45 seconds, so I remember where to go back.
Okay.
Right here, when she's like hyping you up, and then your team starts running out to fight the other team, right? It's not red versus blue. Everybody has their own customized armor.
True.
Like, look at this. You see? This isn't like red versus blue. This is a squad of 4 going in and fighting other people. And that
Interesting.
probably goes with that whole customization thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
it-
could see it.
'cause-
Well, I mean, they've done similar things with other games where it's not based off of color,
Yeah.
but
That's
well, I
how,
mean, like take
Call of
Battlefield
Duty.
for example,
Yeah,
or Call of Duty, yeah.
Battlefield, yeah. Any of those games, it's just you could tell who your enemy is based on whether or not they have a name above their head, stuff like that.
Right, or if your reticle is green or red,
But
you know.
I mean, yeah, true. I would imagine though that if they, when they have a ranked game mode, I think it's got to be red versus blue, right? Because I feel like that makes
yeah.
it too I don't know. It's just a
Yeah.
weird choice, but yeah, it definitely looks like they're going away from the red versus blue standard that Halo games.
They do have a capture the flag thing near the middle to end of this. We'll stop it there and see if the guy actually carrying the flag has red or blue armor.
True. Yeah, so we saw this. Looks like a forerunner weapon, bank shot. My favorite part of this whole trailer is coming up, and it's probably everybody's favorite part of this trailer.
Oh,
Wait, yeah, hold on. What was that? Did he shoot?
That
did he throw
was-
a grenade?
I was curious what that was originally, but now that we are slowing it down, that was the plasma bolt that he shot at him, but he's got equipment on his arm that bounced it back to him.
Oh, you can kind of see it looks like a shield or something came out.
Yeah.
So maybe that's.
I
What's
wonder if it's gonna be like a jackal shield.
Maybe
Ooh.
that's gonna be the whole thing. Like you either choose a grappling hook or the shield thing or something else.
Okay.
That's got to be what it is, right?
It has.
I wish.
to
Hold
be,
on.
yeah.
Oh, oops! I zoomed out. I want to see what this guy has. See, this guy, nothing on his left arm.
Yeah. Now he's got something on his
So-
leg, but I mean that could just be armor customization.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Hard to
'cause it-
say.
yeah, I don't know. This is strange.
Oh, he's got a helmet from the 343
Aviator.
era.
The
Yeah.
Aviator helmet.
Okay. So they're mixing all the art styles, which is honestly, I guess, the right way to do it.
Yeah. Actually, hold on. It looks like he has something on his right arm.
Oh, he does. Yeah.
I can't tell. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But
And then we got the
it's
drop
nice-
shield.
The battle rifle's looking as classic as ever.
Yes.
I
Now
wanna know
this-
what's, yeah. Let's
This
do
right
some
here,
damage.
I have a theory about what that is.
Okay,
I
let's
think
hear it.
it is another bit of equipment because they were really showing off all the different equipments in this trailer. And I think this
This
is
thing
something
here?
that you can pick up. Yeah, like an ability that, like say you're picking up an AI that enhances your abilities, maybe gives you just a little bit faster run, gives you heads up if somebody's coming up on you, like audio assistance. Maybe. I don't know. But being that everything that I've seen in this trailer is very heavily equipment based, that's what I'm going for here. Or maybe it's something along the lines of like an overshield or active camo, and you pick it up and you get enhanced something.
You see, kind of what I thought this was is like, if you think about like Destiny, right? Like, well, think about any old Halo game. There's no story to the multiplayer at all.
No.
Right? It has nothing to do with it. Maybe they're trying to bring a story to this and saying like, hey, we're trying to find the best Spartans there are. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
this is an arena to do so. I don't know why they would do that, but I mean, they're trying to bring some sort of story into it with a cinematic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's got to be something. And so maybe this is their way of like gamifying that for the Spartans.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I don't. I have no idea. Yeah, let's continue.
Let's do some damage. Yeah.
Right there,
God.
we got to talk about that grappling hook.
Right.
Look at this.
Like so damn slick.
Being able to yank a weapon from like 20 feet away, that's a game changer for Halo.
Oh man, that mad dash to the power weapons is about to become so much more competitive.
Yeah. You're gonna get into a match and everybody's gonna be going for this. Was it a laser? Spartan laser, I think.
I thought it was a rocket launcher at first, but now that I'm looking at it,
looks like a Spartan laser.
Well, it might be what they show in that next shot, which was the skewer rifle, which is a big brute weapon.
Okay. Well,
of sorts.
either way, everybody's going to be going for this weapon, and people are going to come from all different angles, and all you're going to see is 6 different grappling hooks go aiming at the same direction in the middle of the room.
The grappling hook is going to be probably the funniest addition to the sandbox. Because same thing, 6 grappling hooks going for that. I can see 6 grappling hooks going after the one dude who just took off in the Banshee.
Yeah.
And the entire team jumping up towards him.
And it makes me excited for whatever a Forge could bring. You know what I mean?
Oh,
they haven't announced
I haven't
a
even
Forge
thought
yet,
about Forge, yeah.
But yeah, the custom-made maps where all you do is grappling hook across. It sounds fun.
Skewer acquired.
Yeah,
Skewer
rifle.
Here we go. This is it,
Oh,
Will.
man.
Best part of the whole fucking
Grapple
trailer.
jack.
Grapple jack. I need somebody to Photoshop a box of Grapple Jack cereal.
Right?
Ordnance drop inbound.
I love that they like added some weight to that Banshee.
Yes.
Because in older games, they would just like bounce off the ground and fly
I-
around like they weighed only like 30 pounds.
I thought that same thing. Just what? It just thuds down to the ground. It's like, yeah, this thing weighs 5,000 pounds. Okay, hold on. So this looks like it's red versus blue, right? Hold on.
Yep.
These are all blue.
They're all blue. But they've got heavily accented areas on their armor, so my
this
guess is
yellow.
you'll still maintain, kind of like how Halo 2 had that thing on the leg pieces and the arm pieces that were still glowing, and Halo 3 had that little band around the leg you can still customize it even with
The
teams.
flag
Yeah.
is ours.
Oh, this guy's not red.
He's not. He's
Blue.
white though, and they do have it where if you like pick up the oddball or pick up the
Wait,
flag, you
hold
can
on.
change colors.
Hold on. This is strange. I'm thinking about this more. Probably way too much, more than we should. But that's the point of the video. These guys are
Right.
blue, right?
Yep.
They're defending a red flag.
Ooh.
And then this guy comes in after killing all the blue team,
Flag is
Yeah.
takes this red flag. He's not even red. He's not blue. He's white.
Either we're
starts
looking at
going.
a new game mode or this was heavily staged.
All right, here, look.
Oh,
Not-
no,
not-
they're all. We
Yeah.
got dark blue, we got gray.
That's what I'm saying. What's going on with
Okay.
this multiplayer mode? And like it's not like they messed up or any this
No.
bad, right? It's intentional, but maybe it's just happenstance that when they filmed whoever was playing on that team, they're all focused on blue armor, which would
Possibly,
be weird,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
at your earliest
Huh.
convenience.
strange.
Warthog looks great. All ass at your
you-
earliest
so-
convenience. I love that.
So this part I thought was awesome. Is this like is this the oddball? Like what's
I
going
think
on with
it's
this?
I think it is the oddball, but it's odd that it's odd.
That it's like
It's
a
strange
huge
that it
weapon?
is on fire.
You know what? Yeah, that was the oddball. Well, the first time, this is my second time watching it since actually watching it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it shows him like hit somebody with it.
Yeah.
That was cool, I thought. Right here, how his gun
Oh,
stays,
yeah.
but he goes flying back.
Now, show me what you
This armor
can do.
gave me
Yep.
chills.
Looks like the next like Hayabusa armor. Everybody's
Right?
gonna want it.
Oh man.
Free to play. Epic campaign. That's all they showed, right? There's nothing else. Yeah.
Yep.
So we'll just pause there. Will, what do you think of this Halo Infinite
I-
multiplayer?
I'm
reveal?
feeling so much better about the state of the game. I really am. It was, I mean, for obvious reasons, last year it was not ready for any form of public beta or release at all. This looks so much better. The gunplay, the flow of everything, at least in the multiplayer side, because we only got a cinematic for the campaign thing, but so much more fluid. And it feels more like Halo than the past two games have.
I mean the multiplayer looks very Halo 5-esque.
It's got a little bit of everything. Like I can't really pinpoint like what it's like, which is good because it needs to have its own identity. If you make it too much like Reach, then people say you're just copying Reach. And if you make it too much like Halo 5, and same exact thing. This has so many aspects of so many different games.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the game regardless. Still huge bummer that we have no release date. No, I thought for sure we were getting a release date for Halo Infinite. For
Yeah.
sure. And the fact that we didn't get that is kind of a buzzkill. And I was also hoping we would get a, release date for, the closed beta, open beta, the flight, whatever you want to call it.
It got me thinking though, because along that same line, everybody was expecting to get some kind of date on something, whether it be, well, like you said, the beta or flighting, whatever, or the actual release date of the game. That leads me to believe that Joseph Staten is, granted, he's doing more stuff with the campaign than the multiplayer itself. But since they brought him on in what, August? They brought him in right after the July one, I think.
Yeah.
Last year. My guess is he's going in still to this day and tweaking things around, giving it that old Bungie charm that he would put into his work. And that's my thought as to why they don't quite have it yet, because it's possible that he isn't fully done with his vision.
And that's what's concerning to me is the fact that we're 6 months from the end of the year and they're not confirming a date. Like at the very least, like why not just say, all right, December 15th, just give a date, and then if you could pull it in, just do it. But I don't
The
know.
other side of that coin is maybe Microsoft is preventing them from telling a date that they already know, specifically because of the consistent shortage of next-gen consoles.
No, that's not the case at all, because this isn't a previous gen game. They want to get the word
True.
out that this game's coming out and when
Yeah.
it's coming out as soon as they have it, which is
Yeah.
why games get announced way too early and then get delayed because they want it, them just saying holiday 2021 means nothing to me at this point, just because I feel like it could easily get delayed into
Yeah.
next year.
It could also
just
be
my
that they are
opinion.
planning a much larger showcase specifically for Halo maybe next month, like 1 year to the date of their last big reveal.
Who knows?
All up in the air.
Who
Right.
knows? Well, anyway, this has been our Halo Infinite E3 2021 analysis video. let us know in the comments below what you thought of what 343 showed of Halo Infinite today. I thought the multiplayer looks great. Can't wait to jump into it. Campaign,
I can't wait to play. Oh my god.
While we don't know much about the campaign, I'm sure it's going to be equally as fun. Stay tuned right here to Pixel Street Videos for more Let's Plays, reviews, analysis videos, gameplay, I guess. Me and Will have been playing through all the Halo games. Go check out the Countdown to Infinite playlist here on our channel. Check out Will, twitch.tv/thepianoman23. As always, we will see you next time.